Bakers, we have a problem. Unpredictable bread dough. Hey, I'm Eric, I'm a home baker.
And I'm Jenny, an industrial designer.
And this is DoughBed by Sourhouse, a warm place to proof your dough just right. There's 5 stages to baking a great loaf of bread. As home bakers, we know that before we can shape a great loaf of bread, we need to proof a great bowl of dough. The first proof, also known as bulk proof, is the most important step of baking great bread.
A successful proof gives us bread with a puff, texture, and flavor that makes our mouths water. But when proofing goes wrong, we risk flat loaves, off taste, and funny textures.
It's so easy to underproof or overproof our dough, and it's just so dang hard to consistently proof a bowl of dough just right.
It's the biggest challenge in baking.
I've been working on it for years.
Me too.
But it doesn't have to be so hard. The problem isn't our dough, it's our kitchens.
Day to night, spring to winter, oven on or off, our kitchen's temperatures are always changing, and we use our thermostats to make things comfortable for us humans, but that ends up making our homes too cold for our dough.
Our homes tend to be 68, 70 degrees Fahrenheit. Bread yeasts, bacteria are most active and healthy in the Goldilocks zone of 75 to 82 degrees Fahrenheit.
It's true for sourdough, and it's true if you bake with commercial yeast. We all have the same problem.
The simplest thing we can do to proof our dough just right is to warm it up about 10 degrees Fahrenheit and keep it there every time we bake. That's it.
A consistently warm dough temp equals reliable proofing times.
Reliable proofing times equals repeated baking success.
And it puts our baking on schedule so baking is easier to fit in our lives.
And it's how we can be sure to have bread ready for dinner.
Today, bakers use everything from warm water to warming mats to proofing boxes to DIY solutions to warm their dough. They all have their uses, but they all have their problems too. They're either too bulky, they heat dough unevenly, or they hide your dough from view completely.
There has to be a better way.
We spent the last year designing DoughBed to help home bakers confidently proof bread dough just right every time. DoughBed combines a warming mat, a glass bowl, and a cork lid to create an efficient warming solution. Here's how they work together. The dough bowl has a wide bottom so your dough is gently and evenly warmed by the mat below. The warming mat is made of cork to prevent heat loss into your cold counter, and it's paired with a cork lid to keep the warmth in. The open, oval shape of the bowl lets your arms and hands get right in there, and it's so pleasant for mixing, folding, and kneading. The bowl is large enough to hold up to 3 loaves of dough, and it's transparent so you can keep your dough in sight while maintaining the perfect temp. DoughBed will look lovely on your counter, and it tucks away neatly, and it works anywhere in the world. With DoughBed, your proofing time will always be consistent so you can confidently know when your dough will be ready to shape. We knew there was a better way.
It's been 2 years since we launched our first product, Goldie, with the support of over 1,000 baker backers on Kickstarter. In that time, we've delivered tens of thousands of our tools around the world and helped many more thousands of bakers get started baking sourdough.
We now have years of experience working with our manufacturing and fulfillment partners. They're excited and waiting for us to say go. With your support, we can bring DoughBed to bakers everywhere.
So tuck your dough into a DoughBed by backing us now. And tell your baker friends about DoughBed too. Let's say goodbye to unpredictable dough.